Good morning, Legend Springs. All right, for this week, we are going to be doing a kind of a review. So this is our week 2, and I want to review our birds and trees. Just because it can be used something a lot more like in 3rd and 4th and even, 1st and 2nd, of course. Okay. All right. So remember when I talked about our Goofy, we did kind of the same thing with a lot of other characters, but just like we did with Goofy, usually start with the nose or the eyes. So this one, we're going to start with the eyes. So we're going to be drawing birds first today. So let's go ahead and draw what we call a dot in the middle, upper right-hand corner of your page. I didn't draw it very big. Let's put a circle around that dot. Now, this is the next part. We're going to start drawing the beak, but the most important part is to not touch the eye. So what we're going to do is we're going to draw an arrow. Make sure that these are kind of tall, but we're going to draw this little arrow right there. From the top of your arrow, you're going to go out this way for the end of the triangle. And then just repeat those steps at the bottom. Okay, get your pencil ready here, not here, at the top of your triangle. And what you're going to do is draw letter C, going around part of the eye. It's almost like half of a moon. Okay. Next is the little line on the other side. It's kind of like it followed this curve. If I picked up my pencil and went out the bottom of the triangle. Okay. Straight line. And it's up to you if you want to start from this end or this end. I'm going to start here. I'm going to draw it curved down, but then it's going to go to a point back here. Now it looks a little bit like a rubber ducky. We'll make it look like a real bird in a minute. Okay, for the first wing, it's a curved line. I might go a little higher than the head. Point, curved line down. Now, the reason we're learning some of this is to make things look more realistic. Okay, so what I'm going to do is we're going to draw it in 3D. So we're going to start with the back of the head here. I'm going to draw a curved line, just a little bit of a bend. And from that curved line, I'm going to draw it to this point in the wing. That's the wing on the other side of the body. All right, let's give it a fun little tail. So we'll give it 3 little feathers. All right, then we're going to draw a letter U, one that crosses over the line, and the one next to it does not cross over the line. Then what I want you to do is I want you to erase where we crossed over the line. Between it there. Ooh, I might have made my tail a little long. That's okay. All right. Then we're going to do simple legs. So we're going to do long one, and probably a little shorter one. Curved line, curved line. Now we're going to add some designs to it to make them look better. All right, so let's give him a little different of a chest color. So we're gonna go from the front and then between the two legs. Let's add some visible feathers, kind of like curved M's. The ones behind it, they're going to be probably a little smaller. Okay, a bird has to breathe, so let's give him a little nostril. Okay, now, so this is bird number 1. The next one I'm going to show you, I'm just going to do it very quickly. You're welcome to pause it and things like that if you want to get a little bit creative. All right, so I'm going to shift my paper. If I was drawing the same bird but sitting or flying, I'm going to draw it just a little bit quicker. And just so I can point out some of the differences. I'll do them right over here. Okay, so I'll do a dot. I'm going to make my dot touch the eye this time. Maybe I'll do it a little bigger. I'm going to go ahead and make my arrow. All the steps are going to be the same. As we did before, except for this one we're going to do flying. The next one I'll do, maybe I'll have it sitting. All right, so if our bird is flying, our other one was just kind of landing. If our bird is flying, the only difference will be is the legs, the U, goes back here. So we'd still have the chest color, we'd still have the legs. So that's the only difference if they're flying. I still like to do my M's here and my little ones back here. Okay, if they were sitting on a branch, the only thing I would do is I would take these two wings, and let's say I would get rid of them. So I'm going to pretend like I'm crossing them out. I'm going to just try and draw a dotted line, but I would draw a dot. I would have the wing be something like that. Okay, so just consider that if your bird's going to be sitting in a tree. Now I'll quickly show you a variation to make this a little more interesting or fun. And some of you have already seen this. Again, this is a review. All right, so dot. Ooh, I'll go a little bigger today. Okay, so I have my eyeball. Now this time I'm gonna go pretty quick. This is just to kind of show you some variation. Really long arrow. Kind of a longer neck. This time I'm going to probably have this bird sitting here as well. So instead of a perfectly straight line, I'm going to curve it up a little bit. I'll make my body curve up with it. Maybe I will make this bird sitting here, so I'm going to do this kind of wing to the tail. I'll add a little tail. I'll do my little U's, but this time because he's facing the other way, I got to do these backwards. Yes, I need to erase. And I'll give him a little kneecap. I'll give him his big feet. All right, so that's just another way to draw the same steps with a different bird. All right, look for the tree lesson coming next.